So I went to the Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Guess what? They were closed. No way to get that food, right? Wrong. Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. So I've got a little secret I've discovered, a little hack, a little clever way of making some really good money on Uber Eats only when you get orders that should be canceled. So if you ever deliver for Uber Eats, or if you're ever thinking about delivering for Uber Eats, one of the things you need to know is that if a driver picks up an order and let's say he gets in a car crash, his car breaks down, he runs out of gas, he gets stuck in traffic, or he steals the food, that happens too. If any of those things happen with Uber Eats, Uber will send that order to another driver. They send it, that driver gets back to the restaurant, and the restaurant says, oh, someone's already picked up that order. And what normally happens is the driver goes into the app, unassigns it, goes on his merry way to his next order. Well, then Uber takes that order and sends it to another driver. And then the same thing happens with that driver. They get to the restaurant says, we don't have the order. He unassigns it, goes on his way. Uber sends it to the next driver. That could happen 3, 4, 5 times. Here's the kicker. Every time Uber sends it to another driver, they up the payout. So it might have started out as only a $5, $6, $7 payout for the driver. When it hits that 4th or 5th driver, it could be $25, $35, $40. I've had a few of these orders, and I've learned to identify when looking at the Uber app. Now this is, since this is in the webcam, it's backwards for you guys, but you can clearly see he was paying me $37.08. Okay, this was a KFC order. So what I did was I went to KFC. Well, first of all, let's backtrack a little bit. I had one of these orders about 3 days ago for a Buffalo Wild Wings. I went to the Buffalo Wild Wings. I was the 3rd or 4th driver to come pick it up. They told me that when I got there, and I very politely asked, well, you know, some restaurants will make it again. I know the customer still hasn't got their food. I've just contacted them. They haven't gotten their food. I know they still want it. Will you remake it? They hemmed and hawed a little bit. Finally got a manager over. I kind of sweet talked the manager a little bit, asked really nicely, and she decided to go ahead and remake the food. Buffalo Wild Wings rarely does that. Maybe she thought I was cute or something. I don't know. Anyway, I got the food. I said, when the manager gave me the food, since you obviously see they get a lot of money, that one was only like $27. I went in my pocket. I gave the manager $4, said, thank you very much. Buy yourself a beer on me. They're paying me a lot for this order. I appreciate it. I had explained that when I talked to her earlier. The reason I really wanted this order is because they're paying me a lot of money for it. And if you contact Uber and cancel the order, they're just going to pay you $3, and that's it. You spend all that time going to the restaurant, talking with the manager, finding out what's going on, and you make $3. So she remade the order. I delivered it. That one was worth about $27. So I got to talking with my brother about it. And a lot of times these orders are pretty small. They're like 1 or 2 items. So they're not always, but a lot of times they are. The one I just showed you was $37, and that was a decent size order. But there was one right here, picking up at Tropical Smoothie Cafe, was paying me $38.06. And I looked at the order. I can't look at it now. I can't show it to you, but it was one smoothie, one drink. So I went to the Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Guess what? They were closed. No way to get that food, right? Wrong. I called the customer and I said, I'm here at the restaurant. I'm here at the store. It's closed. There's no way to get your food. And she's, oh, okay. She's getting ready to say, well, you know, fine, don't worry about it. And I said, hang on a second there, ma'am. I say, I'll be honest with you. they're going to pay me a lot of money to deliver this order to you. So it's up to you, but I'll go to the local convenience store and buy you a smoothie from the convenience store and deliver it to you. You still get a smoothie and I get paid $38. You know how much that smoothie cost me? $4. So I bought her a smoothie for $4 and got a $38 payout. So I made $34 profit on that order. Took me maybe 30 minutes. Think about that, guys. Talking about $70 an hour. I actually did that 3 times this very night. I did it with that order. I did it with the order I just showed you a moment ago. The $37 one. Oops, let me click on it. The $37 one. Now that one was a little more expensive. That one actually cost me. This one was KFC. But it was a KFC Taco Bell, and they'd stopped serving KFC. So there was a Royal Farms right down the street. Guess what? They sell fried chicken. So I went to the Royal Farms. I called the customer first, asked her if it was okay. They said, absolutely, that's great. I went to the Royal Farms. It actually cost me $24 for the food at the Royal Farms this time. But as you can see, I still got $37 out of it. So it was still a big win for me. And then the other one was it this one? There's another one, I think it was this one for $26.48. Yes, it was this Wendy's order, $26.48. I got to the Wendy's. They said, we don't have that order. You're the 5th or 6th driver that's been showing up since 7 o'clock. It was now 9 o'clock. Everybody's saying they have this order. We don't have it in our system. We can't give you the food. So I said, I looked at the order. It was a small order. I said, well, let me buy the food. I bought the food. Cost me $9 for the food. I got a $26 payout when I delivered it to the customer. In this case, I didn't even have to call the customer to ask if it was okay because I was bringing them exactly their order from the app. The app shows me their order. So I paid $9 for the food, delivered it to them, and got $17 profit on that delivery. Now, I don't know if you could see that, how many miles it was. It was actually 7.6 miles, which is a little high, but still, it's well over $2 a mile, which is great, is a great order. So that's my hack on how to make money on cancel orders, I call them. When you get to the restaurant, you're going to have to cancel it. Don't do that. Make the Boockoo bucks. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. Hope you'll drop me a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, leave a comment down below or come back to the video if you do Uber and let me know if you've tried this. Let me know how it works for you. Thanks again.